Could Joe Rogan soon be having Nick Fuentes on his podcast? I am not breaking news. I did this probably a couple months ago, probably back in January of this year, and I think it's because Nick Fuentes has not been on, he's not been doing his show for the last 2-3 weeks, and I feel like I'm like, who's his name? Kevin Costner in Dances with Wolves. He's just walking through the prairie, and his mouth is dry. He's seeing a mirage. He can't think straight. He's a lost soldier, and I feel like that's how I am with Nick Fuentes not being on the internet. I think I'm like cooking up like crazy things. I'm seeing a mirage out in the distance. Could that be? And then Joe Rogan comes out and he says he brings up Nick Fuentes on his show again. So could that spark something for Joe Rogan to bring Nick Fuentes on? I don't know about you. I would love to see it. It would break the internet. It would break the internet. But we're going to first take a look at this, and then I'm going to let you know something. I had a dilemma yesterday because now I am on YouTube. I can start having members. So if you want to be a member on my channel and support me and be along for the journey, become a member. I would love to see that. But I had a dilemma yesterday and going through the process of becoming a YouTube partner, but I'll share that at the end. All right, let's actually take a look at this. What Joe Rogan said. It was crazy.
But if you said that it might have come from a lab, you would get kicked off of YouTube.
And it's so funny. We found out that's exactly what happened.
But the market sort of shifted, and that's how Rumble started getting bigger. Rumble got bigger specifically because of the fact there's pushback on YouTube, because they literally won't even let Nick Fuentes on YouTube. And he's on Rumble, and he's like their number one guy.
He's killing it on Rumble.
See, that's the thing. It's like if you hold something back, you're just going to make another version of it that opposes it, and they're going to have more energy to fight against you because you've stopped the truth.
Yeah.
You've stopped the truth about not about petty things, about really important things, like how a fucking disease went through the whole world. You're literally stopping people from examining the truth, which is weird.
Yeah. That's
good. It was real scary.
That was a scary.
Yeah. So he brings up the censorship that we've experienced, that we've seen, and I had to point this out because Nick Fuentes has been deplatformed from everything. It wasn't until 2025 that he started becoming mainstream. Everybody's forgetting that. He was off the map forever. Everybody might have heard of his name, but you just thought of him as a white supremacist dude, a guy that's out there that met with Trump at one time, but he's just nobody to be taken seriously. I never even heard of him. I just heard he was connected with connected with Milo Yiannopoulos. Didn't know anything about him. He was deplatformed from everything. The only thing he is on really right now primarily is Rumble. But he doesn't even get paid from Rumble, which is absolutely nuts to me. He doesn't have any contract or any sponsorship with them. He gets paid only by his super chatters. So, and that's what's keeping him afloat. Joe Rogan is bringing him up, and I'm not going to go. I hope he does bring. It's not a matter of if; it's a matter of when Joe Rogan and Nick Fuentes have the conversation, because it will happen. I think we always wanted Trump to go on to Joe Rogan, and it eventually happened. This is something that is going to take place. So just everybody buckle up for it. And you think, is it going to it's going to be crazy when it happens. It's going to be crazy. But then there's always going to be the people out there, they're going to not tune in as a matter of just taking a stance. I'm not going to watch that. And then they'll try to secretly somehow watch it from somebody else's video, phone or somebody else's TV. Are you watching over? I just want to check it out. Just but they don't want to give him the view. They don't want to I'm not saying because I'm the exact opposite. If I met Nick Fuentes, if I personally met him, he might kind of like me. I don't know. But just my stance as an individual and who I am, I disagree with him so much. And I'm not a Catholic, so I'm out on that. So I'm not vehemently opposing Israel. I support Israel, which that might make a lot of people just check out immediately. I don't care. The Groypers can get the hell out of here. I don't care. I don't care about them. I'm a fan of Nick Fuentes. I'm not a fan of his fans. I don't care about them Groypers out there. I've said my piece on that. But just that we want this to happen. I think a lot of people want to see this happen because we understand that Nick Fuentes has been done wrong. And it is an offense. It is a crime that this man is not able to have a check mark on X He's not able to be on YouTube, have his own show, be on Spotify, be on Apple Podcasts, Instagram, TikTok, everything. He's not allowed on these things. He's banned from certain banks. He can't go on certain airlines. It's like, and then you might ask this simple question: why? Why? And this was the dilemma that I had, because as I am kind of rolling and getting going on YouTube, I am now a part of the program with YouTube. I'm still kind of going through this, but yesterday, I'm going through this setup with them, and yesterday I had a moment, like I was about to tweet something about Nick Fuentes and bring this up, like, why is, and I will say exactly what I said on there. I said, why is Nick Fuentes not on YouTube at this point? As I've said, I don't agree with everything he says, but freedom of speech on all internet platforms is absolutely critical as we progress further into this digital age. I'll let you see it, actually. So, and then also later on, I just wanted to show this. This came across my feed. Look at that. Look at that. I don't even know who this Autistic Clips dude is, but he put out there inevitable. But I just saw this come across my feed. The Joe Rogan Experience, number 244, Nick Fuentes. I almost had like panic attack. I had just a crazy moment. I almost passed out. Like my heart like fluttered. I had a flutter. That sounds so gay, but I was like, oh my gosh. I had to take a breath. It was fake. It was fake. Are you freaking kidding me? You toy with my emotions, made with AI, you sicko, you sick human being, to put that out there and toy with my emotions. I think anybody that saw that felt the exact same way. It's a matter of time. It's going to happen. Joe Rogan, if you're listening to this, I know you are. I know you tune in every episode. If you're listening to this, have Nick Fuentes on your show. We need to see it. I mean, you're not afraid to, but like at this point, is somebody like, are you going along with what people behind you are pushing and not letting you do certain things? I don't think Joe would do that. I really don't. I don't think. But I mean, all right, just the same way that me yesterday, I think I had a double take whenever I'm going through this process to becoming in YouTube, and I can have members now, have people join my channel and all that, which I'm very thankful. If you're on any platform, you play by their rules. It's their house. Take your shoes off. Respect the house. And take care of yourself. Don't like just trash the place. And I think that's what with if you're there, and I respect any platform I'm on, but I just know that this is freedom of speech. He should be able to be on every platform and articulate his position. And like Joe Rogan always says, it's not, censorship is a bad thing, because the thing that beats bad speech is more speech, not just shutting people off. Because then people have to go to the black market to find them. And it gets very disgusting and sick. I think we need to see this. It needs to come to air. We need to let things breathe. Like I said this at the beginning, I support Israel. I don't agree with everything they do. I can walk and chew gum at the same time. I can call Donald Trump out on things that I disagree with. I can call Israel out on things I disagree with. But generally, I support them. I support Donald Trump. He's our president. I want the best for him. I want him to make good decisions with what he's doing. I want Israel to make good decisions. It is a good thing that we are connected with them. They're becoming a super world power. We got to recognize that. And us to be like on their side, them be on our side. They're the ones that are going to go to battle with us, just like we're the ones going to battle with them. No other country is going to really stand with us. China's not, Russia, the European nations, they're not going to stand with us like Israel will stand with us. And I know a lot of people disagree and like tune out, because Nick Fuentes, he is absolutely bought into this worldview and sphere that he cannot see out of. Everything that goes against Catholicism, that stands for Jewish supremacy or organized Jewry. He sees this and he points it out. He's articulate, and I get it. He does a very good job of it. I don't see, me and him, we look at the exact same thing. We come out with two different outcomes, two different conclusions. I don't think it's the most terrible thing. I think we can call him out and try to if it does not align with our interests as America, but standing with Israel aligns with our interests as America. And that's what a lot of people just don't see at this point. They don't see. And that's where because you could say, why do you want Nick Fuentes? You disagree with him so much on like the main, plain, most important things that he cares about. I disagree with him about. But there are so many things I do agree with him about, and that just everybody, I mean, if you watch him at all, you're either going to come away loving it or hating it, most likely. And but either way, you should come away respecting him. You should come away respecting him, because it's not like Candace Owens, where it's like the more I watch her, I can't take her seriously, but I also can't turn away, which is, I mean, watching Candace Owens is like almost worse than watching porn, it feels at this point. But it's like you can't stop doing it. And it's like I'm coming out of the closet, I'm letting these things out. I'm telling people, watching Candace Owens, I'm so sorry. I feel so terrible about this. Oh my gosh. That's how I feel. I feel like I need to take a shower. After I watched Nick Fuentes, I disagree with him at things, but I think that he should have a right to say what he's saying, and he's funny as hell and he's entertaining. So but if we stifle him, if we censor him, we're only going to, in the black market, for the most disgusting people out there to start loving him, which they are. The gropers, I don't care if you watch. I've said my piece about the gropers. I don't like them. And you probably aren't one of them. And I'm a fan of Nick Fuentes. I would not call myself a groiper, even though he's a groiper, whatever. I don't care. I don't know. Maybe it's just being a generalization, but because they upset me so much, some of the things that's why I love when people comment on anything I post. But I do not want to look at any comments, and I try to avert my eyes, avert. I try to. I don't want to look at it, because the most things that come through are mean. They're mean sons of bitches. They are mean motherfuckers. Pardon my language. I don't want to. Cussing just devalues a lot of things, and I don't need to go down that. I have mixed things about that. I try to hold back. I really do. I get worked up at times. But what do you think? Do you think Nick Fuentes should go on Joe Rogan's podcast? Do you think Joe Rogan should have him on there? Drop a comment. I probably won't look at it, because I don't want to look at those mean comments that are out there. I've thought about turning comments off, but it's like, why would I ever do that? I love when people comment. I don't care. You say the meanest thing. I just don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. But I love when people engage and talk and post anything, whatever. Say the meanest thing as possible. I don't have to like it. But do it. Send what you can. Let me know. And if you want to, I send this out to you. I become a member. I'm still learning this thing. I feel like I'm Chris Farley on Black Sheep. He's high as hell, and the nos is seeping through the seat, and he's like, and David Spade's like, I wouldn't know how to. No, Chris Farley, I wouldn't even know how to find the glove compartment at this point. That's how I feel with a lot of these things on the I don't know how to run the memberships and do all that at this point. I'm a newbie. So at this, I'm professional. Come join. It's going to be a hell of a time. Become a member. You can become an evolution insider or an evolution elite. Become the elite. All right, we'll leave it at that. Have a good day. Have a good Thursday as we get ready to roll into the weekend. And that's it. I don't know. Have a good day.